We'll give you a little rampage here. So, here I stand in a universe that I accept is vibrationally based. And this vibrationally based universe is responding accurately to the vibrations that I emit. I now get it that what I broadcast or transmit is what sets the vibrational tone of what I receive. So what I broadcast is what I get back. So if I focus upon absence of something I want, I broadcast it and I get more absence of it back. If I focus upon something that I want and I feel joyful as I'm focusing upon it, I get the reality of that back. I'm a vibrational being in a vibrational universe, and my emotions are telling me where I stand in relationship to everything that I want all along. This is not a hard thing, you're saying to yourself. This is not a hard thing. Now that I understand law of attraction, now I understand my emotions, I understand that my work really is to follow my path of least resistance. Where does my path of least resistance lead? It leads to alignment. It leads to clarity. It leads to happiness. Everything that you want, whether it's a material object or a state of being or a relationship or a pile of money, every single thing you want because you believe in the having of that you will feel better. What we're wanting to show you is that you have a way of focusing yourself into feeling better without having that. And if you consistently focus yourself into feeling better without having that, the next natural evolution is that you will have that in its full and blossoming form. So what's the point of all of this, Abraham? What's the point of all of this contrast that surrounds us? Well, the contrast causes you to identify what you want. It's really step one of the important creative process. If you don't know what you don't want, you can't know what you do want. So step one is that discerning and asking process. And that's that rocket of desire that goes into this vortex that your inner being stands and holds and summons to you all the cooperative components. The question is, are you one of the cooperative components? And the answer to that is, if you feel good, yes. If you feel not good, no. You're not being cooperative right now. So step one is you ask. Step two is Source stands there with all that you've become and summons by law of attraction to you. So the path lights up for you. The path of least resistance is very, very bright. Your inner being knows right where all of the steps are. Not just the most direct steps, but the steps that will bring you the most pleasure along the way. And hear this, more important, the most logical step that you will be able to find. So when we talk about the path of least resistance, we want you to understand you are the one who's throwing the resistance on the path. But it's okay. Your inner being still keeps calling you. And the more you get into this place where you are realizing the revelation that is being offered to you, the more that path of least resistance will clear up until in time there won't be resistance that you're tripping over. Ease and flow and fun and full and fast and life. That's how you're supposed to feel, you see. So step one is life causes you to ask. Step two is Source gathers it all up, holds the frequency of it, and calls you to it constantly. When you ask, it is given. That'd make a really good book. Oh, yeah. But the third step is what we're talking about with you. That is, you got to find the frequency. And you got to practice to find it, which means you got to care about how you feel. You got to find the frequency that puts you in that place of realizing, and then you're off and running. There are no limits for you. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. If this time-space reality has the wherewithal to inspire within you the desire, this time-space reality has the wherewithal to deliver the full manifested goods. So what we're really talking about is you finding some way to be happy in the interim between the vibrational reality and the fully manifested reality. And don't misunderstand us. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you think, oh yeah, Abraham just wants us to get happy so we don't notice the things that aren't working out for us. But that cannot be, because when you get happy, the things that you want cannot be avoided by you. They have to come, and you will realize them. And oh, what fun it is to consciously define desire and then deliberately tune your frequency by caring about how you feel, and then getting to witness the path unfolding. Such a fun path. After a little while, you'll begin to understand that the journey was what it was all about, that the destination is fleeting. Don't misunderstand. We want you to have all that stuff you want. We want you to have every bit of stuff that you want. We want you to have it. You have come into this leading edge place because manifestation is the leading edge way. We're not trying to talk you out of your manifestations. We're just wanting you to find more joy on your way to them. And so often, the things you want beat you up because you don't have them, and then you feel some sort of discouragement or blame about why you don't. Very clever. Must be my mother's fault. It's usually what you say. I think it's my mother's fault. Should have been different early on, and I would have had a much better go of it. We say, your emotions are here and now. You have control of them here and now. Stop dredging up that old stuff that doesn't apply anymore. All of your power is here and now. It's time for you to cash in your vibrational currency.